Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice, all alignments. I am Lunar, and this is Let's Play Deathmark 2, Part 4. Probably last time I'll bring it up, but this is technically the third Deathmark game. I forget what we were doing. I do know Michio is somewhere in the building, as is probably Abe. I think I need to go to the new building for the art room. I think there's an art room in both the new building and the old building. We should stick in the newer building first. Am I going to get a chance to go to that hospital later, or did I permanently lose that chance? Hello? This looks new. Notice for students are posted on the bulletin board. It is now prohibited to enter the old building, unless you have express permission from a teacher. That's understandable. Honestly, really should have been forbidden before because of the mold and stuff, but honestly, if the headmaster didn't do that after witnessing people getting murdered by supernatural beings, yeah, I would have concerns. Like, it would seem a bit negligent on his part. I feel like breaking the rules after reading this. Okay. So hypothetically, I can go through here. Hello? Tactile paving on the side between the school and the building. The safety feature is starting to become more common these days. This school really doesn't cut corners. This kind of thing reminds me that this is supposed to be an exclusive, prestigious school. I find something on the bump near the paving. Oh, yay. Pick it up, it's an eerie tooth. While I am curious to do this, I kind of want to find Miho. I don't know if the story would be affected or not. I mean, technically these are fictional characters. But well, to be clear, we do know that both Abe and Miho are somewhere in this building, or the old building. But we do know there's two art rooms worth checking out. One crisp twist to the key. That sounds odd, but okay. The door to the art room opens. That being said, the fact that I had to unlock it means that no one else should be here.
Yoshi.
Black canvases are placed on the shelf. I lean in closer and a moldy scent hits my nostrils. This building sure is moist, huh? Not a fan. Would that be like allergy problems for people? The paintings are stored, or like people would get like COPD or something. Get like melanoma or mesolinoma. However you pronounce that, I can't remember. On a shelf that don't overlap. They probably wanted to let the paint dry. I look at the top drawing and note that the edges of the paper have been eaten by moths. I don't get it. This drawing isn't that old. How is it already moth-eaten? You know, we've seen quite a few moths in this game already, and I kind of feel like there are, like, the Departed. Some parts of the body kind of does remind you of a moth. And whether it's a moth or a butterfly, I mean, both things do have a chrysalis phase. I mean, maybe that has something to do with how, you know, because I'm pretty sure caterpillars have to eat a lot so they can go into a chrysalis to transform, and the Departed said is wants to go through some sort of change to become some sort of biblically accurate angel.
これは
Several easels surround a short podium. Is this where an art model usually stands for nude drawings and that sort of thing? There's nothing on top of the podium, and the canvases are all blank. Okay. Okay. There are some art supplies on the shelf. These are probably used for class. I shouldn't touch them without a reason. There's a rough sketch on the desk. It's probably been here for quite a while, judging from the dust on the face and shoulders. Wonder who these are busts of. There are a lot of coloring materials inside the cupboard. In particular, there's a lot of red. Makes me wonder what they've been drawing. Hey, old man. There's something behind this cupboard. I saw a glimpse of it thanks to the flashlight. Is that a metal pencil case? Can you pick it up? Nah, nope. A stick wouldn't fit in there, much less my arm. We gotta move the cupboard first. Except this thing is so goddamn heavy. Maybe we can move it if we work together. Let's give it a shot, Sho. Hell yeah! Just leave the muscle work to me. I would assume if I had Daimon, he'd be like, no, we can't move it. It's too big. But, you know, this dude is literally an athlete, so he should be good. I place my hand on the left edge of the cupboard, while Sho's on the right hand. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Honestly, if you say count of 3, shouldn't you go 1, 2, 3? Let's go. When Sho and I synchronize our efforts, the thing moves. Heh, nice work. Here's the pencil case. The pencil case I received from Sho is an elegant item pressed from a solid brass plate. I mean, rich people do go to the school, I think, right? Its owner's name is engraved upon it, Sosuke Hirose. You know, I remember Sosuke Aizen. He may or may not have been a villain. It holds a brown pencil and a blue pencil. They're from a brand I've never heard of before. I'm guessing they're used for sketching. In order to test my hunch, I try to scribble using the pencils to see if I can detect a difference. I see. The brown pencil feels a bit smoother than the blue pencil. Seems like the pencils have different lead, so they feel different. Maybe they're used for different things. If you're that interested in it, just keep the case, old man. I should hold on to it. I do have to bring it back to its owner. You think someone just lost their case behind that heavy-ass cupboard? You're way too much of a do-getter sometimes. I mean, that actually is possible. Maybe they set it on top to be out of the way, and they forgot about it and eventually just fell off. Obtained brown pencil. Obtained blue pencil. Obtained heavy piece of brass pencil thing that I could throw at a ghost. Everyone's like, that's silver. And I'm like, that's for werewolves too. The art room is right above the music room. There's no need to go that way. Okay. So I was kind of hoping we could find somebody. Okay. Unless, like, Abe's on 3rd floor and I'm just not allowed to go there because it wouldn't be logical in the current circumstances. But, of course, you know, we know that this Abe person is here, which is logically the one guy we saw up front. And we know Mihio is somewhere as well. Though if she is in the old building, what are you thinking? From the corridor, there's a path that leads outside. The back path leads to the sports field, the clock tower, and the front path connects to the courtyard. Mihio, if you're in here, why? And why is it unlocked? It's supposed to be locked. The Departed, why do you keep unlocking it? I return to the old building once again. Unreal things often occur here, as I experienced during the entire Anako of the toilet ordeal. May as well declare it a haunted building. Oh, it's past that. It's past just being a haunted building. Like, most haunted buildings are not as haunted as this. Haunted places usually have some history. Some kind of unsavory events that transported there. Did I say? Transpired. So did something like that happen in this old building? Well, I mean, multiple things have, but I'm sure something happened in the past. It's an old building. Things have occurred. I remember this one sci-fi story was like talking about how like Earth would be like a ghost world just because how many humans have died over the course of human history. And of course now we have like going on 9 billion active living humans. I'm just saying, in the hypothetical situation that all souls continue to exist after death, that's a very large number, regardless of what you believe happens. Unless you're like, well, humans don't have souls, so just don't exist. But I'm kind of assuming everyone, thinking on this assumes humans have souls and that supernatural stuff exists. Like I said, I believe in angels, demons, ghosts, spirits, all that stuff. Let's hurry up and do whatever we gotta do here. This place is bad news. I don't want to stay here for too long. For example, like I'll enjoy stories and games and movies about supernatural stuff, but I'll tell you this: I am not going to an actual haunted building ever. I've seen enough of that stuff in my life, and I'll tell you this: no. The times I have had to, actually interact with the supernatural in real life, it's not pleasant. So I don't want to do that again. Ever. This place is bad news. I don't want to stay here for too long. Let's go straight to the art room. No detours. Sho has a valid point. We've all accepted that this investigation will be life-threatening, but that doesn't mean we should take unnecessary risks. Let's examine what we came to examine and get out of here pronto. Am I allowed to go in here? Nope, I am literally forced to go straight there. I'm just like, there's missing people though. Door's locked. Second floor corridor. I mean, I understand a first floor corridor, but how does the second floor corridor, like, is that? How did you really build that walkway? Is there anything over this way? Okay. So why are you running into the wall? Even if we believe this place to have no ghosts or supernatural things at all, even with a group of people, this would be... I did not realize people had idle animations.
Mm-hmm.
This shelf is quite dusty. I guess it's been neglected for some time. There's nothing inside. Found a tooth, probably. Oh, there's something on the top shelf. I reach up and grab the thing Sho spotted. It's a sketch pad. Why is it here when the old building isn't used for classes anymore? I flip the sketch pad open. The book is filled with drawings of flowers. Hydrangea on the first page, bellflowers on the second, and cosmos on the third. The rest of the book is blank. Let me see it too. Yeah, sure. I hand the sketch pad to Sho. I direct my attention toward the back of the art room while they're checking out the pad. Okay. The only thing that catches my eye is a canvas on an easel. Why is that canvas just sitting there? Why wasn't it put away? As if someone is still using this art room. I mean, it's got cobwebs on it. I just assumed that somebody was like, oh, I'm going to get back to this, and they just never did. Not surprising, though. You can focus on drawing without getting interrupted here. Hello? What was that sound? It sounded oddly familiar. Oh, hi! I've seen you before. Though it seems like you've taken some battle damage since last time. A female doll. This is not Nier Automata. But why not? A female doll wearing a red dress emerges from the darkness. I know the first game had Mary, the second game had Momo. This game... I don't know your name yet. Set into her broken face are a pair of sparkling crimson eyes, staring straight at me. Am I weird for wanting to repair this? Like, to repair her? To be like, okay, you know, actually get you, like, refurbished and all the damage fixed. Okay, we're freaking out. Also, what would one usually wear an outfit like that to? What would usually be the purpose of such a dress? No matter how hard I try to speak, I can only let out a hoarse groan, as if a piece of cloth has been stuffed inside my mouth. Meanwhile, Sho keeps examining the sketchpad, unaware of the doll's presence. Once again, it's as if I'm the only one who can see her. She appears to also be trying to talk. Hand? Do you want my hand? Do you want me to repair your hand? Is the sketch pad yours? Hand it back. The doll grabs my arm with her cracked right hand. But the sketch pad? My vision goes blurry, my consciousness is fading. Is she trying to show me something? Okay. Am I seeing a vision? Are you the one projecting these? So I assume the lady in red is the one projecting the visions in my mind. Or at least assisting with that. Woman's voice. What are you drawing, teacher? What's that, a flower? What do you want, Manabe? Say, you gave something to her, didn't you? Do you love her? Haha, it's not like that. I simply want to support her future endeavors and dreams. Oh, go out with me then. I put my all into winning that gold prize so that you'd love me back. What do you say? Don't joke around like that with your teacher. I'm not joking around, though. I'm being serious here. So I don't get to actually see the scene, it just have black screen. Hey, what are you? That's technically assault. I mean, it's nice that he said no. It's I love you. It's this, yeah, but he told you no. And he told you not to. What's gotten into you, Manabe? Get away from me and put your clothes back on. I told you, I'm serious. Hee hee. Yeah, that's... Alright, we were seeing a photo, so somebody took a picture. The vision is gone, and so is the female doll. But just like, yeah, that's not really appropriate. I don't know. I just witnessed a student trying to seduce her teacher. She did more than that. Since he called her Manabe, that means Manabe must be gold prize. Which also means that vision I just saw must be from 5 years ago. But I still don't understand. Why did that doll only show this vision to me? I don't know. Maybe it's like bandwidth, like like computers. Maybe like broadcasting to more than one person takes too much spirit power? I don't know. You're trying to explain internet bandwidth as an analogy for psychic powers of spirits. Hey, old man. What are you spacing out for? Let's get the heck out of here. Okay. What are we gonna do with the sketchpad? The female doll appeared when I put my hands on the sketchpad, which makes you think it's connected to Kashima's case. Let's bring it with us. Obtain unfinished sketchpad. I'm trying to interact with this thing, which I can't see. There's a small iron bucket. We use this to wash paintbrushes. An inspector's case where there's nothing inside. Look at all these pebbles laying around. One of them's probably a tooth. Nothing that catches my eye, though. There's a blank canvas on the easel. There shouldn't be anyone using this place anymore. Who put this here? I don't like the fact that this is here. Don't you dare say that a spirit did this. Oh, there's a hole. One corner of the wall is dented and cracked. Black mold is growing through the cracks. Look closely, there's something small stuck in one of the cracks. I try to pull it out and it clatters on the floor. I pick it up off the floor. It's an eerie tooth. Obtain another lost tooth. A roller cabinet. When I open the door, I'm greeted by the dank, musty odor of mold. It kind of smells like ink. I direct my flashlight at the inside, though there's nothing there. Hello? A loud sound emanates from the other side of the door. The sound of something falling and breaking. Okay. The art storage room is pitch black. I can't see anything inside, heightening my other senses as well. My hyper-focused hearing causes my pulse to pound in my ears. What about our flashlight? Okay, I hear wet stuff. There's a wet sloshing and a plopping sound. The sound of clothes rustling. Okay, we're hearing sensei. A girl whispers to her teacher in a sensual voice. Are we going to hear ara ara? There's someone in the back of the room. I slowly guide my flashlight toward the presence. Oh. That better not be who I think it is. What it illuminates is a mangled monstrous creature. I legitimately feel lightheaded and dizzy from this. Not necessarily from the grotesque scene, but from the fact that I can instantly tell who's this supposed to be. And it feels depressing. I'm reacting as if she's not a fictional character and an actual person. Honestly, I think the best anime comparison would be the reaction that Edward and Elric had in the animes. Technically, there's two different Full Metal Alchemist animes, Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And technically, the same type of scene plays out in both animes, though it's treated a little bit differently in both of them. But I'm just saying the way Edward... Though in that situation there was somebody to be angry towards about it. But But yeah, it's like Edward Elric's emotional response when he finds out that the speaking beast dog thing is actually the little girl Nina. Is this because I went to the gymnasium first instead of immediately going... Like, here's the thing. What if I didn't go to the gymnasium, didn't go to the art room in the main building, and I went immediately to the art room in the old building? Could I have prevented this? Is this just a vision and it's not real? But I'm just wondering, like, I want to avoid looking up a guide, but I'm going to look up a guide up. I'm going to look up a guide to see if there's a way to not have this occur. But yeah, is this because I went to the gymnasium first? Is this because I went to the art room in the normal building first? Would this have been avoided had I gone to this room immediately? Her mouth is slit from ear to ear. She's also got sharp pointed fingers resembling scissors. Whatever she is, she's not slit-mouthed Kashima. This thing looks entirely different from the entity I saw at the cemetery. Her tentacle-like tongue wraps around a broken plaster statue. She licks it repeatedly over and over. She then sweetly whispers into the statue's ear. Okay, I'm assuming that this is... The girl is talking to the mannequin, and it is not Mihio, and that we're being given either a false vision or this is misleading, like there's more than one person with that hair color. It's like a red herring, like we're being tricked. Feel like we're being tricked. Either that or I'm just in denial. And everyone's like, oh, see, there's boobs. I'm like, I don't care about that right now. I do not care. The rest of the situation has completely overshadowed anything lewd whatsoever. Just depressing thoughts. You love me too, right? Love me more than her? I'm assuming this is a misleading thing, and that this is not Mihio, and they just have this set up this way to mislead you and make you think it is. She's too preoccupied with the statue to even notice our presence. This is a great opportunity to run away. But wait, her distinctive white hair in her Konohara Academy uniform? No way. Is that Mihio Kinukawa? Is she being possessed by a spirit? Well, if that's the case, maybe it's a similar thing. Like when we had the scissors popping out of her fucking arms. So maybe, if we can stop the possession, she will not be in horrific agony or lobotomized and controlled by another person. If that's the case, that explains her malformed appearance and lewd behavior with the statue. Why are you not answering? Call my name. She's pleading to the statue, her voice hoarse. Her name, huh? She's transfixed by the plaster statue. There's a possibility I can trigger a reaction and distract her. Can I distract her by calling her name? Technically, I'd say she's probably possessed by Manabe right now, but then Manabe would still be alive, right? Let's try this. Michio? Did I choose well? Did I choose bad? She's not responding. Her attention's still on the statue. I guess that didn't work. Manabe? She's not responding. The statue still got a firm hold on her. Guess my voice didn't reach her. Kashima? Teacher is there too. Which one is my teacher? I don't know. I hear a non-possessed voice. Possessed by Kashima, Miho lets out a scream before collapsing to the floor. She's not moving at all. She's probably passed out. Her appearance has also returned to normal. What the hell was that? Nope, impossible. Sho is clearly shell-shocked by the supernatural incident he just witnessed. That's understandable. I'm sitting and it's a video game. Granted, I was like, oh, that's a person I like. And now she's in horrible pain and she's technically dead and being used as a puppet by ghosts. Pull yourself together, Sho. Help me get Miho back to the infirmary. Okay. With the help of Sho, I lift Miho onto my back. After that, we leave the old building. At least since she's shorter than me, it should be easy to carry. Once we return to the infirmary, we lie her down in the bed. Mister, who is she? I tell Daimon and Moe about what happened in the art room. How is she doing, Daimon? Her condition is fine, no injuries, and her pulse is normal. Okay, good. I never expected that she'd get possessed by a spirit, though. I mean, she does have a high affinity with the supernatural, which... I wonder, does that mean Abe could get possessed too? Or me? Hey, old man, when do you think Kinikawa was possessed? That incident at the S Cemetery was most likely. I think that's when Slitmouth Kashima must have taken over the body. But here's the issue with that. She left by a bus. And after she was gone, we then encountered her. Which means she would have then had to leave to go after her. Also, here's the thing. We technically had chosen her as the companion in that situation, right? So what if we had Sho with us? Would Sho have been the one possessed? Would he have been, like, gripping my arm, like, oh god! Yashito! Yashima! Inuyasha! Whatever my name is. She said she'd sensed her presence so strongly. Is that why she lost consciousness? Huh? I'm glad you're not dead. Why am I in the infirmary? You were possessed by Kashima. You were in the old art building, covered in mold. Have transformed into a mangled monster. Trying to have sex with a mannequin. Honestly, I thought you were dead. And had been brutally murdered, and then your corpse was being puppeteered. Glad you're not dead. Also, like I said, I know there's that ladybug pin right there, and there's what I assume is a butterfly on her ear. But what is the other pin? That thing next to the butterfly. Also, why do you always have your hand in your sleeve? I mean, it's interesting, but it'd be nice if there was more than one sprite, character. Like, I don't know why you do it that way. The animator's like, I found a way to not have to draw a hand again. Like, everyone's like, Lunar D8 is making fun of the artist. I'm just saying, like, you just didn't want to draw the other hand? But I'm glad you're not dead. Oh, you're awake. How are you feeling? I'm fine. Why am I here? I explained the sequence of events to the confused Miho, including what happened in the art storage room. It's probably shocking and embarrassing for her, but I have to. I mean, yeah, she deserves to know what was happening. I'm in dire need of any information regarding Slipknot Kashima. Oh, I see. So all that wasn't a dream. You were actually aware of that. Do you remember? Not that clearly, though. Well, I mean, most dreams are kind of a little foggy at times, but honestly, that's probably something you shouldn't remember, just because that would probably be traumatic. You have questions for me, don't you? Ask away. What happened after we parted ways? You mean after I got on the bus, right? I really wasn't feeling well, so I rode the bus straight back to the school. But when I was about to go to the dorm, I heard that voice. What voice? The one from the rumor, you know. Yukami Ocean, Jaimon, Abai. Before long, my mind began to drift off, and I don't really remember anything afterward. Why were you in the old building's art room? The voice in my head told me to go there. The teacher's waiting in the old building art room. Who's the teacher? They didn't say a name, but now I think about it, it doesn't make any sense, huh? But at that time, I didn't think about it at all. So I just went to the art room. Why were you clinging to the statue? Her expression turns grim. Even though she was possessed, she still disgraced herself in front of others. She's flighty and free-spirited, but she's still a child. She probably doesn't want to recall it. You don't have to answer my question, if you don't want to. That's not it. I have no memories of what I did to the statue. But I remember hugging a man. He was lean and quite good-looking, but nothing compared to you, though, Mr. Yashiki. So, what you saw was a human. Correct. The moment I laid my eyes on him, I couldn't control my passion. I guess that's what you call love, don't you think? I don't know. Also, I wouldn't call her a child. She is definitely not a child. I mean, she is short, but I don't know. Summarizing all the information I got from Io, led by Kashima's voice, she went to the old building's art room. The voice told her teacher is waiting there. And when she got there, she found an attractive man that was actually a plaster statue. She felt an intense passion for him, as if she were madly in love with him. If the feelings I had belonged to Kashima, that means she was in love with this teacher. She took over my body to meet him. I mean, she did write a love letter. That's all I can say, I guess. Does that help? Though, she at least went the proper route. She wrote a love letter. She didn't try to, force herself on somebody. Damn. Yeah, thank you. So, Kashima loved a teacher. Even after death, her feelings remained strong. If her feelings weren't reciprocated, that love could have turned into hatred. I don't think she ever had the chance to actually express it. If we can find out what the teacher is, well, it's Hyros. That'd be a big step toward discovering Kashima's grudge. I'll be going home then. As much as I want to help, I'm too tired after all of that. That's understandable. That would probably be exhausting. I don't want to be a hindrance. Yeah, it's probably not healthy to chug Red Bulls either. Want me to see you to the door? No, it's fine. I can't trouble you more than this. Okay, just... Show, can you walk with her, though? I mean, so you, fight off ghosts and stuff? But what if something happens to you? Are you worried about me? I'm flattered. You were literally just possessed by a ghost that is murdering people. Then again, it's kind of unfair to ask Sho or Daimon to walk her home, because then they gotta walk back by themselves in the dark. Oh, and I should read things. Are you worried about me? I'm flattered. Anyway. Are you worried about me? I'm flattered. Anyway, if something does happen, I'm sure you'll come and save me. Bye-bye. Mio waves her hand excitedly before leaving. The heck? Does she have no shame? You mean the thing about her sleeve? Yeah, I don't know why she does that with her hand. What a self-centered and pushy chick. I'm so close to replying, you're one to talk, but I'll hold my tongue and take a drink. Shall we resume our investigation, Yashiki? We better take a close look at the art storage room Kinakawa was in. There might be some clues about this teacher. Okay, trade. I need superpower items. Can I have tacos and Goku? I like tacos. Thank you. Talk to people in infirmary. I guess we've gotten enough information for now. Let's share what we got with the rest. Call Ida. Hello, Mr. Yashiki. Do you have anything else you want to look into? Discuss topic. Nothing new. Stop talking. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, save. Okay, exit. New building. New building. I want to... Since we're not in a rush to find it, what about Abe? I think I'm more so caring about Kinakawa. It's like, you're a horrible person, Lunar. Yeah, I know. Ride bus. We will go to the hospital.
次は警病院でございます。
おい、おっさん。
Where are you going, old man? Aren't we going to inspect the school building? There's an old bench here. Time and disrepair have started rusting the metal bits of the bench. This is the entrance to chaos, but nothing really beats the creepiness of going to a hospital at night. So can I not actually do anything here, or is it because it's still later in the day? Chaos will bus stop. This bus is... Well, no, there has to be something else here. Am I just not meant to come here till later? Okay. Good thing it doesn't actually advance time. Ride bus. Back to the academy.
次はこの江原学園でございます。
I was at least hoping to get like an extra tooth or something like that. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, back to the old building. Right, that's the music room. Okay, we need to go up upstairs. And over here. Run through here. Okay. Here's the broken statue. We'll look at that last because there are some art-related items inside the old shelf. There's a gap behind it. Huh. Turn my flashlight toward the gap and find something small rolling in the back. Okay, inspect. gap is too narrow for my arm, even my fingers can't reach the thing. I'd probably be able to get out if I had something thin to stick in there. Pencils? Did I break the pencil? Hopefully I didn't break the pencil. Nice, I managed to get it out to the other side. Okay, another tooth. Pick it up, it's near a tooth. Obtained tooth. A statue of someone with a muscular body. Its bulky torso are stained with mold. There is a steel cupboard which has clearly been through some things, judging by the dents on the door. Hello? The door doesn't budge at all. When I try to open it, the rail seems to be buckled. Guess it's my time to shine. Thanks, Sho. Sho wraps his fingers around the handle and gives it a forceful tug. And it doesn't budge. This is bad. The door is completely stuck. Unless you're okay with me busting this thing open, this is going to be difficult. Please don't. Mr. Konoe will get mad at me. Woody? Woody? Couldn't we just say the departed did it? Neither Sho nor I can open this. A more dexterous person might be able to do that. I'm getting deja vu for some reason. So I'm assuming Daimon can do it. What the fuck?! Alright, I can just... I have instant transmission. Okay, so when do I get Spirit Bomb and Kaioken? Hi! You're a doctor, that means you're more dexterous. All doctors have to have skill with their fingers. I think you're thinking surgeons. I'm pretty sure he's also a surgeon. Could've got a sacred item. Next time. Right, up. Yay. Ah! Fucking stop that! My phone made a noise. I'm making sure it's nothing I have to be. No, but just an email about some spam stuff. Door doesn't budge. Ha! I guess it's my turn now. Thanks, Daimon. Daimon wraps his finger around the handle and gives it a forceful tug. And just like that, he easily opens the door. Way easier than opening up a patient. That's slightly morbid, man. There's a notebook inside the cabinet. It's a ring binder with a fancy cover. Initials SH. Miss H. Wonder if it is Sakamoto. I don't know. Engraved on it. There are entries written inside the binder. It looks like a diary. The letters etched by pencil are filled with warmth and softness. I find some familiar names in the listed page of the diary. Rei Kashima is a passionate student. Okay, the fact that you are literally referring to someone as a student implies that you're a teacher. And the fact that it said S at the front tells me that it's not Mr. Hirose or something that, you know, wrote this. So I think Miss Sakamoto is the writer of this. But didn't Miss H die? Miss S die? I don't know. I told you I'm terrible Batman. I don't know how to actually solve crimes. Also, I'm not rich, or athletic, or a fighter, or trained in martial arts, or can ride bicycles. Literally, I can't ride a bicycle. I have a terrible sense of balance. Unlike other female students, her eyes are not just fixed on me, but also the work I am doing on the canvas, though the paintings she submits are always lacking in technique. It is easy for anyone to see that they have been painted in earnest. So it's like, okay, she's not the greatest, but you can tell she's really trying. For me, spending quality time by myself in the old building's art room and focusing on my drawings are the happiest moments of my daily life. I told Kashima this yesterday. Then she asked me to permit her to draw next to me and promised that she wouldn't bother me. Kashima said she wanted to be a hairdresser like her mother, growing up with a single mother. She must really look up to her mom. I'd like to support her dream, so I gave her hairdresser scissors on her birthday. So those scissors are more than just it's a gift, so it's sentimental. She was really pleased with the gift and said that she considered it her treasure. I lost my favorite pencil case. Where could it have gone? I really loved the muted glow of the brass. Kashima offered to get me a new one. It was a nice thought, but an inappropriate one. It seems I've gotten way too close to her. I need to tread carefully. Kashima asked me to draw 3 of her favorite flowers: Hydrogena, bellflowers, and cosmos. At her behest, I drew some rough sketches of the flowers. She should understand my feelings toward her after seeing which flower I drew first. Alright, different flowers have different meanings, as well as different colors. I don't know, it's nice things in parts of storytelling. Like sometimes, like in a play, like Shakespeare and stuff, they would choose different things based on extra meanings that, say a flower, color, or scenery had. It was a way to, same way you choose certain notes, musical tones to convey certain emotions. Heck, certain mixtures of colors are supposed to make you hungrier. Most fast food restaurants use that to try to make you hungry. Obtained SH's notebook. So Hyro's last name, so I'll use flower language to convey my feelings. Quite the romantic, I see. What's the florography for Hydrogena Bellflower? Why would he know this? Don't ask me, I only know about bones and muscles. There may be a book about where in the library. Hydrogena, bellflowers, and cosmos. They're the same flowers drawn on the sketch pad we found in the art room. They must be sketches this diary was referred to. They're like, oh, what if you didn't know to check the library? And it's like, well, Sho wouldn't say to check the library, would he? They must be the sketches this diary was referring to. Okay, well, now we will check this. A shattered plaster figure is lying on the floor. We meet Sho was possessed by Kashima. She was hugging the statue, thinking it was her teacher. Time to inspect it. Who knows? Maybe we'll find something useful. Upon examining it, I find something that doesn't look like the rest of the statue's fragments. Yay! Pick it up in my hand. It's an eerie tooth. Obtained a tooth. Yashiki and the others have leveled up. You now can become a Super Saiyan. You also can have chimichangas and tacos. Your spirit has increased by 3. Yashiki and the other spirits have been restored. Okay. Library. Wouldn't it just be faster to teleport to the infirmary? And then just go here. Trade. Increase success rate during. Cool. Can I make comparisons? I'm pretty sure that's the thing that increases things by 10%. Basically, they're saying it's not stacking. Okay, there is one more for me to find. So I found 7 out of 8. It's actually pretty good. Thank you. I'll make a save. Library. Bookshelf. Sorts of encyclopedias and pictorial books. I doubt there are any books about florography in this section.
よし。
Books about plants are arranged in the shelf. Now that I think about it, flower language is mentioned in the binder we found in the old building. Are there any books about florography here? I remember initially Show mentioned that there was books about edible plants over there. Bingo. So it has a hydrogena, bell peppers, and cosmos. Bellflowers. It's like Lunar just keeps talking about food because he's fat. I grab a book about florography from the shelf and look for entries about hydrogena, bellflowers, and cosmos. Hydrogena, blue flowers that bloom from early to midsummer. Flora is used to indicate frigidity, regret, capriciousness. Bellflowers, bluish purple, is bloom from summer to autumn. It is unwavering love. Cosmos. Modern day cultivators become predominant. Cosmos were short day plants, so the white peach and red flowers bloomed in autumn. It's used to represent harmony in the pure heart of a maiden. This may be useful for our investigation. Let's borrow it. Obtained book. Obtained pot of chili. I don't think we're supposed to borrow books without permission, but this time I'll make an exception. Say, Yashiki, I think we've done a solid job gathering information about Kashima. At this point, we might benefit from organizing our thoughts before continuing. How does that sound to you? Sure, let's go back to the infirmary and discuss what we've learned with the others. Okay. Hey guys! Let's share all the information we gathered so far with the mark bearers. Talk. I shared all the knowledge we've gained with the other mark bearers. A super complicated case with a bunch of people involved, huh? In situations like this, my boss always tells me to organize the information chronologically. I guess this all started with Rei Kashima and her teacher's love affair. Kashima seemed to be blindly in love with the teacher. That love letter we found in the gymnasium makes it pretty obvious. Kashima must have written that. Her feelings sure were intense. She got a pair of scissors from him and already started thinking about marriage. But who's this teacher? There may be a clue about the teacher's identity among the items we collected. Love letter and SH's note. Yeah, really? If you gave me those two items, I have no idea who the hell teacher is. Kashima only wrote about how much she loved her teacher. No book only seems blind on him, sure. One thing knows the fact he's our teacher, SH knows. That's true then. Love letter and pencil case? Yeah, really? If you gave me this, okay. That's true then. Notebook and pencil case. The notebook probably belonged to the teacher. So that teacher had the initials SH and he was the art teacher. He said he had lost his brass pencil case somewhere. Hold on, does that mean... Yeah, it's most likely the pencil case Sho and I found. Sosuke Hirose. We're just like see Naruto run by. Sasuke! Naruto! Sasuke! Okay, I'll stop that. It's a great thing. Our unknown teacher's initials are SH. The note in the case belonged to the same person. That can only mean one thing. Impressive, Yashi. I agree with you. The teacher Kashima was in love with was Sosuke Hirose, the art teacher. He didn't strike me as someone who was hopelessly in love with his student, though. Even if he admired Kashima, he still maintained his distance as a teacher. Yeah, he seemed like he wasn't interested. Though he never let Kashima know that was what was he doing. If he made that clear, Kashima wouldn't still be clinging to her love in the afterlife. Well, no, I mean... Had she not been murdered, she would have given him the letter, he would have read it and be like, oh no, I don't feel that way. And that would have been it. But instead, someone else also liked him. And then they ganged up on her at a bus stop and stabbed her to death with a pair of scissors. And then her angry ghost Dragon Ball Z fusion danced with another angry ghost, and then has been going around getting revenge. But then after killing the people who initially murdered her, and the people, well, at least one of them, she killed the person who was found in front of the gate. The other person, the main person, Manabe, had like probably moved away to another city, and you know, the ghost didn't know how to use the internet to try to find Manabe, nor did she have like a GPS. So she's like, I'll never find the person who killed me, and then just was content to just hang out by her grave because she still had unfinished business, as is the joke from Rick and Morty with ghosts, but couldn't actually do anything about it because she didn't know where to go. And then, you know, the Departed shows up and like, hey, you don't know me, and I totally have good intentions because I'm certainly not trying to help you to find some way to kill other things and people for my own amusement, and need to enjoy the spirit energy that I'll eat off of you because I'm an android. And you're making a Dragon Ball Z joke, right? It's not the first one in the video. Just saying. Like, they get enjoyment from the additional stuff like that. It's like Freddy Krueger resurrecting Jason Voorhees. Okay? Anyway. And also, I'm sure this Departed didn't tell Kashima, by the way, you know, after you do this, you're either going to succeed and kill a bunch of people, and I'll eat you and you'll be kind of gross, but still something, or you'll be absolutely delicious. But then again, you're making it sound like they're having an Alice in Wonderland type tea party. Then again, I tried reading an Alice in Wonderland book for a video once, and it's like Alice mentioned she was sitting next to her sister during a really hot summer day, and that she felt dizzy and stupid, or dumb or something, because of the heat. And I'm like, that's delirium. You're having heat stroke. You need water and you need to get into shade. Your body is overheating. You are going to die. I got off topic. Okay, whatever. What a passionate girl. I can't believe she continued to love her teacher even after death. So what made her become a spirit anyway? She got stabbed with her own gift. It is strange. The dead only become spirits if they have grudges. Which means that Kashima remains in the world because she's trying to avenge herself. So what's her grudge? We have yet to discover that, but her target's mentioned in the rumor. Wait, for real? Kashima's. It's a thing she chants. Okay, that's her target. What? You're not, yeah, I don't... Is it a Japanese thing? Is it because I don't know what those words mean? What? You're not making any sense. That's just a bunch of random crap. How's that pointing out anything? Sound it out to think about it, show. This is what she's actually saying. Are you Cameo Shinji Manabe? Kashima's searching for her fellow club members. Cameo, Shinji, and Manabe. Yeah, but we just met Miho Shinji. So why is she still searching for Shinji if she's dead? Unless Manabe's the one who killed her. No? I'm confused! She's definitely doing it to avenge herself. But Cameo and Shinji are both dead? Exactly, Kashima already killed them 5 years ago. But she doesn't realize that. For her, time's probably stood still since the moment of her death. I mean, she never got to Manabe, so... Wonder why she despised the three of them. I think they killed her. To tell you the truth about that, I was shown a strange vision on 2 different occasions when we were investigating. I recount the scenes I saw in the other 3. My first one was the scene of Manabe scheming, and the other was after discovering Kashima's love letter. The other one was the scene of Manabe seducing the teacher, along with the sound of a shutter. By the way, are we going to mention the lady in red who was there allowing us to have the visions? Are we mentioning that? Wow, a spiritual vision. That's so amazing. No wonder you're called the Spirit Doctor. I'll pitch that story to my boss. Oh, come on, Watanabe, take this more seriously. So in short, Manabe and her friends had hatched a plot to drive Kashima and the teacher apart. So that's why Kashima despises them. Correct. I have no idea what happened to Kashima and her beloved teacher after that. What the hell? That's literally the most important piece of info we need to discover Kashima's grudge. If only we had somebody at my house right now, hopefully not fucking with all of my sacred objects, cursed objects that I keep in the attic that have tried to murder me, that are also sentient and possessed by ghosts and demons, and artificially created. Heck, there's old folklore stories about golems made from dirt, mud, and rocks, and even clockwork gears that have souls. Whether it's a soul made from summoning a spirit, or actually magic, or science. But at that point, that's an early interpretation of artificial intelligence, as opposed to the biological synthetic androids we're about to basically getting. Heck, there's recently this thing called Sarah or Sora, which is like, it's literally able to generate entire, not just pictures and sounds, but actual full-on movies that look realistic. You can, whether it's high-end game graphics on any type of graphic resolution, whether it's PlayStation, NES, instantly, to where you can make a video out of it, but also you can have actual real-life stuff, not just high-def PS5 level stuff. At the drop of a hat, you can have an entire scene that looks like something out of the Discovery Channel, where it's someone actually filming stuff, and you can't tell the difference. You can actually have pictures of actual human beings talking, and both the appearance and the sound of it is realistic. Honestly, you could have a video of JFK petting a cheetah while talking about how KFC is delicious, and you'd never know. But I think I included that in the Deathmark playlist, a thing about Morgan Freeman and some Asmongold was showing. But but I do agree, the applications when it comes to hentai are... Yeah. Though there was also another video I was looking at, it's how... The best way to put it is there's the most just horny artificial intelligence. That's all the movies and video games show AIs getting access to the internet and becoming, vicious or violent, or having a mental breakdown after witnessing all the wars that humanity's been in and all the horrible things people have done to each other. You're assuming something that suddenly has an emotional capacity all of a sudden gets exposed to all of the most horrendous parts of humanity. You imagine they'd have a psychotic break, or to see all the war, or they turn malevolent, or want control, or power, or fear, or something like that. But no, it's we had an actual ChatGPT-2 thing. Granted, not a true AI, but it basically just became, due to a little glitch, it just was basically horny. So it turns out we actually make Skynet. Skynet just wants to wants to have sex with everyone. So it's is the evil AI going to turn evil and try to nuke the planet and conquer the world and become militaristic? No, it's just going to be really lewd and sex and horniness. What the hell? That's literally the most... Yashiki, Miss Sakamoto might know something about it. She was working here when it stopped. When it happened. I think she'd tell me something like that. She hates my guts. With this much evidence, I don't think she can evade your questions anymore. Plus, you can always drop Mr. Konoe's name if push comes to shove. Looks like the time to unwrap the dark secret of the tragedy 5 years ago has come. Couldn't I just have Aita look up on Google, Sosuke Hirose, where does he live? The end, and then we can talk to him. Tragedy that originated Kashima's love. If he's still alive. Okay, and we'll do a save. Middle stage. Exit. Faculty room. Hello. What else could you possibly want from me, Mr. I have seen multiple ghosts this entire night. It's at least been hours. Also, do you not have school yourself tomorrow? Like, when are you going to sleep? You don't look tired at all. Is there like a 12-pack of Red Bull somewhere? Like, do you just have your own, like, milk jugs full of Monster Energy drink? What is happening? It's getting quite late, and I want to go home. Just wanted to ask you one last question before that. I want to know the truth behind the incident 5 years ago. I tell her what I've learned about the relationship between Kashima and the teacher, as well as Manabe and the others. She seems unsettled. To think you'd uncover that much so quickly. Just who on earth are you? What was that pronunciation? Just who on earth are you? I am Batman! Tell me, Miss Sakamoto. What did Manabe and the others do 5 years ago? What happened to Kashima and Hyros? I should never have worked overtime tonight. Not only did I work late, but now I'm forced to recall an unpleasant incident. Sorry about that. Oh, hush, it's too late for your apologies now. So what do you want to know? What did Manabe do? Just recalling the incident after you brought it up is already causing me great discomfort. Okay. 5 years ago. A picture was posted on the school's bulletin board. Oh, right. It was Mr. Hyros and a female student in her underwear. I mean, she's not quite in her underwear, but at this point they're basically using blackmail. No, at this point it's more coercion and extortion. Because blackmail, you're, keeping this thing a secret. At this point, you're literally using it to defamation, slander, libel, character assassination, trying to get the guy fired. I think defamation. But it's more than just ruining his reputation. It literally has financial consequences. I mean, the man could literally lose his job that he had went to school and got a degree for, had devoted his life and interest to drawing and to teaching. In addition to that, I mean, if he's married, it might ruin his marriage. And also, he'd probably be blacklisted from working in any other school, at which point the man basically would become financially destitute. That student was Megumi Manabe from the 3rd year. Naturally, we called them both in and inquired about the incident. Manabe admitted she was the girl in the picture, but claimed Mr. Hyros seduced her first. Why does this remind me of the thing like in the Bible? Like, Joseph, after being bought as a slave, went through some shit, but he worked really hard and he was rewarded quite a bit because he was trusting and did a good job. And then he was like working under like one of the governors of Egypt. And then when he was gone, that governor's wife tried to actually seduce/rape Joseph, but Joseph just like said no, and he ran away. And then she like attacked him, and then he ran away harder and hid, basically crying. And then when the governor got back, the governor's wife basically lied to the governor and even made it act like, hey, he tried to rape me and all this, and oh no, he was trying to hurt me and he was going to violate me and murder me and all this stuff. At which point, the governor then had Joseph thrown into a dungeon to basically be executed. But then there's the stuff about interpreting dreams, and the stuff with the bread baskets, and the butler, the chef. And then Joseph wound up working for Pharaoh. Like I said, I can't really stay on one subject. Unfortunately for him, Manabe's father was a prominent figure in each city. In order to protect his daughter's future, he placed all the blame squarely on Mr. Hyros. That led to Mr. Hyros being dismissed in disgrace. Mr. Hyros was a delicate, artistic person. The dismissal and surrounding circumstances left him unable to even draw due to stress. Then he turned to alcohol. And then he got a DUI. He crashed. He's dead. Late one night, he was driving, his car plunged into the ocean, and he died. There were skid marks from the tires where the car left the road, but who can really know if it was a suicide or something else? That is what I know about the incident from 5 years ago. Kashima's suicide. Rei Kashima committed suicide after Mr. Hyros died. She probably blamed herself. I wonder if she knew. She tore open her stomach! It was beyond gruesome. Are we sure it was suicide? The wound was so deep it almost reached her back and severed her body in two. Okay. I don't care how thin her waist is. I don't care how sharp the scissors are. And I don't care how angry or what kind of chemicals she could possibly have in her system. I don't care how much adrenaline you have in your body. A person is not going to be able to cut themselves in half. Even if they can't feel the pain. Even if they... You're going to lose too much blood. Your heart isn't going to be able to handle that. You will die of shock and blood loss before you can actually accomplish that. The human body can't endure that unless there is something supernatural involved. So yeah, that's murder. That's like saying, oh, this guy, we found him. His hands were handcuffed behind his back, and he was bound and gagged, and he was shot 12 times with a shotgun. Worst case of suicide ever. Though it does remind me of some other jokes. Like, you all saw it. That orphanage... It's like, why'd you light that orphanage on fire? You all saw it. That orphanage attacked me first. You're like, you're fucking up the punchlines. I know. Not good jokes, though. It's like, what are your short-term goals? Like, this is a Dungeons & Dragons thing. What's your short-term goals like? Push one of my teammates down the stairs. What's your long-term goal? Push all my teammates down the stairs. Or it's like, okay, you're brought in before the court today because it's like you stabbed this person in the spine 34 times. In my defense, Your Honor, it would have been 68, but the knife broke off in the spine. And then I couldn't stab them anymore. We're like, okay, it's like, or is there a limit to how many counts of self-defense a person has? At some point it starts to get suspicious. So you just go there like, yeah, you've killed 20 people in self-defense. Like, what's happened here? Trying to make as many odd jokes as possible. As far as me, IRL, well, I've only ever hurt anybody in self-defense or defense of another, and I have never ever killed anyone. But I'll say this. I'm not a fighter, and I don't like fighting, and I don't like violence. Which is weird, because I really like violent video games, and violent movies, and horror stories. But I'm also the kind of person who just likes stuffed animals, and to like play with kittens and bunnies. So... But yeah, the wound was so deep it almost reached her back and severed her body in two. Yeah, that's not suicide. That is murder. So she killed herself after her teacher's death, huh? And the weapon she used could it have been the very same scissors she received from Mr. Hyros. She probably chose to take her life that way as a testament for her love for him. Her family put those scissors in her coffin and cremated them along with her corpse. How hot does it have to be to cremate? Like, would the scissors have actually even melted? Sure know an awful lot about this, don't you? Right down to the present he gave her? I learned this from Kamio. What she heard from Kamio. She had been trying to cope with her feelings ever since Kashima committed suicide. It was around that time that she came to me. I guess she wanted to feel a little better by unburdening herself of that secret. Alright, she was that teacher that... Alright, so that was the second person. So you were made aware of Kashima and Mr. Hiro's relationship at that time, as well as Manabe's evil scheme. Yes, Kamio told me. Since she seemed to regret her actions, I told her to visit Kashima's grave. And then she promised to go there with her friend. That friend being Student S. What about Manabe? She didn't go. She hated Kashima far more than the other two. She probably blamed Kashima for everything that happened. But she's the one who did the things. How is it her fault? That's literally at the point where you're blaming someone. That's the idea. That's like, it's going up to someone and stabbing them, and then you blame them for bleeding on you. Now I understand how their decisions affected their lives and deaths. Kamio and Shinji went to that cemetery. When they did, they were attacked by Kashima. Manabe survived simply because she didn't go. And now I've told you all I know. Now I suppose you're going to expose the school's sordid past. Rest assured I'm not going to tell a soul. Is that so? Speaking of souls, you remind me a bit of the late Mr. Hiro's. Me and Hiro's? Do I really seem artistic? Or is it delicate, you're saying? I mean, yeah, I am mentally unstable, but I've been seeing ghosts eat people. And eat other ghosts. I think I'm doing okay. He had a hard time of adapting to the school's etiquette. He was simply an artist through and through. He was always getting worked up over trivial things, and could be a little childish. Why should an adult be so serious about a student's love or some silly rumors about the departed? I'll use your opinion as a reference. I wonder how it's going to be when she actually sees a ghost, what her reaction is going to be. Because I'll say this. I can fully understand people doubting the supernatural or God or any of that, and that's fine. I definitely don't judge them. I'm just saying, I've seen proof of all of that stuff in terms of supernatural stuff. And I'll say this. On the one hand, yay, it's nice to have things that reaffirm your faith that are beyond what the physical world can explain. On the other hand, those experiences weren't pleasant. I'll be going then. Don't forget to lock the door. So I never asked you the thing about why you're hiding it, but I assume you would have got pissed. If it was important to the story, I would have still had the option. Miss Sakamoto grabs the rabbit-shaped handbag and leaves the place. Let's head out of here too. We don't have any business here anymore. Okay. I have a phone call. Probably Ida. Do I have a cell phone? Nope, Daimon. Is it Daimon's phone vibrating? What's up, man? Oh, Nakamura's calling. Okay, what's up? What's wrong? Alright, I'll pass the phone off to Yashiki. He has to talk with you. He sounds quite panicked? Did Mary get out of the coffin? Is my addict trying to eat you? Did you touch my fucking soda in the fridge? I still haven't had any soda for 2 weeks. Though I don't seem to have lost any weight. I cooked some pork chops a couple days ago. Occasionally I try and do a little bit of intermittent fasting. But for the most part, I'm just trying to eat healthy. I haven't gone to a single fast food place, either. And I haven't taken a single Advil or Tylenol since quitting my job. Like I said, I'll get a job eventually. For now, savings will keep me going to pay rent and stuff, as long as I don't spend anything frivolously. But, yeah, I'm just trying to focus on my health. been sleeping a lot more lately. For years, I'd basically just been... Honestly, I'd say for about a decade plus, I probably slept about 3 hours a day. So, I've been sleeping a bit more. And even though I tried to force myself to stay on a third shift sleep schedule, I've been sleeping at nighttime and even getting a nap in during the day. Just because, low energy. But, keep in mind, I'm not, drinking soda or energy drinks anymore. So, But then again, I mean, you're not supposed to. Even I do want to, lose enough fat to have a six-pack. I mean, one, I'm 36, so that's gonna... I probably don't have the greatest metabolism anymore, and I was never athletic. I've never had a six-pack once in my life. And, well, even if you're eating healthy, losing weight apparently is supposed to take time. It's not something that can happen even in the course of weeks. It's just, would have thought I would have made some progress. So it kind of feels discouraging. I grab the phone and pull it to my ear. It's me. Massive news, Mr. Yashiki. Yeah, what's up, man? Okay, so... Did anything come out of my attic and start murdering you? It's beyond massive. I had no idea that she was just around the block. Manabe? You found her address? And she lives, right next to the... I mean, she was a student here. But wouldn't you have moved further for your school? I don't know. Calm down, Ida. What's happening? It's Megumi Manabe, the gold prize. She's in H City right now. Why? What the? I found her name on the local news broadcast. Manabe got off the bus in front of S Cemetery this evening. How do you know that? Okay, I don't know if she would have... did she get sentimental? Did she stop there because she's like, okay, after all this time, I'm back in H&M. I kind of okay, I've had 5 more years and some maturity to think about things, and I'm like, okay, maybe it was kind of fucked up what I did, and I'm like... Then again, that's the idea of some people who have lived their lives a certain way, or being complete douches. And then when they get old, they're like, oh, I need to be all pomp and pious for God because I want to go to heaven. At that point, you don't care about morality. You don't care about, your own conscience. Not even that. You just try to not go to hell or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then she suddenly screamed and ran out of the road. She just got hit by a car. So is she dead? She's at the hospital. She suffered minor injuries, but she was taken to the nearby hospital, just in case. You know which hospital it is? I think it's the one near in Tower Station K Hospital. Got it, thanks. Oh, one other thing, Mr. Yasuki. I'm about to take off. Do you need anything else? I'm good. I'll call you if I need anything. Thanks for today, Ida. No problem. See you later. What did Nakamatsu say? He knows where Manabe is. I'll share the details once we're back in the infirmary. I want Sho to know this as well. Once we're in the infirmary, I tell them about Manabe ended up in K Hospital. I'm just guessing, but do you think Manabe screamed out of nowhere because... Yeah, she most likely saw a slipmouth Kashima. Damn, isn't she fucked right now? Kashima marked Kaima and Shinji when they went to her grave, didn't she? That means Manabe is... Yeah, that does seem... Yeah, that's really bad. Agreed. We have to go to the hospital and protect Manabe. Again, that necklace is interesting. I do remember back when I was married, even before I married my ex-wife, I bought her one of those. Except visiting hours ended a long time ago. It'll be tough to enter the hospital. I'll do something about it. Yeah, we do have a doctor with us who actually probably works at that actual hospital. Mr. Kanoe's younger brother is actually the director at K Hospital. Also, he is a doctor. Maybe we can get a pass, we ask Mr. Kanoe. Is he even awake at this time? How do we get to the hospital? Does he live here? Ain't a lot of buses around at this time. Are we going to hop in your car then? I actually didn't bring my car today, sorry. Same here, I took my car in for inspection. Let's just take a taxi then. It might be expensive, but you got the dough, right, old man? Daimon immediately calls Mr. Kanoe and as him asks K Hospital Director for permission to enter. It doesn't take long before we're granted permission to visit Manabe. Let's head to the main gate once we're all ready. I've called us a taxi. Okay, we'll do a quick save. Exit. We are short. Huh. What's it called? Student council room. It's not available right now. Unless the last tooth is at the library. I mean at the, Helbus. We're gonna go to the hospital assuming that we get the final tooth at the hospital. If not, then it means it's somewhere here. But we may not be able to come back for a while once we leave. Okay, that's... Okay, so you're telling me if I leave from here, I can't come back. Okay, so I need to... make sure to get that last tooth before we go anywhere. Library. Kinda don't want to go back here, but I already found a tooth there, but I'm checking it again. Okay, so there is one more tooth somewhere. But it's probably at the hospital with the fact that we can't come back. I assume there was something about tidying up the grave. That's probably where I had to get that last tooth. That's probably what it is. I don't think there's any other places I could have missed anything. So, it's got to be something to do with that. Well, we did just save. Let's go. Aboard the taxi, Daimon. So, I probably had to tidy up that grave marker. The entrance is this way. Come on. But we'll still try to keep an eye out for it. But yeah, it was probably at that. But what I had to use the scissors to tie it up. How does that even work? It wasn't overgrown plants or withered plants. That's not how that works. Mr. Kanoe is already inside the hospital waiting. I came as fast as I could once I got your call, Yoshiki. Is the new target really here? Come to think of it, Mr. Kanoe hasn't seen the new notice. I don't have the time to go into too much detail on it, but the target is Megume Manabe. It's hospitalized here. Slitmouth Kashima wants vengeance for an incident that occurred 5 years ago. Sounds like a serious problem. The director said Manabe's in room 303. She already knows we're coming. Let's hurry up and meet her. I'll be waiting here. It'll only cause problems if we all enter the room at once. Okay? Both of us head to the lift after parting with Mr. Kanoe. Okay. I'm gonna double check OBS. OBS, Shan? Yep, still working. We get off on the 3rd floor and walk down the empty hallway. Our destination is room 303. This... What was that? What's that? I see what appears to be a person sitting up, but there's some other things occurring. So I am concerned. Is that a person behind a person? Do I have to? Okay. 2 silhouettes are projected on the curtain. One is a person sitting on the bed. The other is a silhouette that looks rather odd. Look, leave me alone already. How many times have you stood by my bedside and told me to come to your grave? I've gone there now. Are you satisfied? Please, just get lost, I'm begging you. With a trembling voice, the girl who is like Manabe pleads with the figure next to her. That being said, because we're here in time, we can save her life! We can do this! That figure must be Slitmouth Kashima. Manabe's in danger. But we're here! We can save her! Okay, the color red has me concerned, but what is this feeling? My legs won't move. My legs, they're as stiff as iron bars. This is bad, I can't even speak. Daimon, is it you too? Same goes for Daimon. I can tell he's panicking. Give it back. Give his scissors back to me. Didn't I already put that in the box on your grave? Also, weren't those technically cremated with you? His scissors, you said. Didn't your mother put them in your coffin during your funeral? I don't have them. Weren't they also cremated with you? But I bought the same scissors for you. If this is what you want, please just go and rest in peace. I don't want to see you ever again. Give his scissors back to me. Eek? That sound is... That's a lot of blood. Daimon, did you bring a Band-Aid? Maybe some chewable Flintstones vitamins? You know, because that's enough to fix that, right? Daimon, we can fix this, right? Bob the Builder, can we fix... Like, Bob, she's been sawed in half with this chainsaw. We can fix it. No, we can't. She's dead. It's like, well... Fuck. Slitmouth Kashima figured, even if the body is disappeared after this, the fact that we were literally broke into the hospital right when it happened, that she's suddenly not there. At the same moment, I regained control of my legs. What was that? Manabe. There's no answer. Kashima must have. I have to check the other side of the curtain. No. Well, fuck. The curtain's dyed red with blood. I grab it with trembling hands and open it. The sharp smell of blood assaults my nose. Yep, that's gonna need more than one band-aid. Lying in the bed is a corpse with scissors bursting out from her body. Wet red scissors gleam brightly when bathed in the light of my flashlight. Her contorted expression reflects the fear and pain she felt at the moment she was murdered. My thoughts start swirling amidst the thick, nauseating smell of blood. Well, luckily I brought a doctor! Daimao! Get you some antiseptics and maybe your sewing needle and a blood transfusion. We can fix this, right? I mean, she was alive a moment ago, so no, that pair of scissors right there is definitely through her heart. And I'm pretty sure we probably nicked an artery here and there. So Daimon, you can fix this, right? You're like the best doctor I know. 5 years ago, Manabe's scheme sent both Kashima and Hyros to the graves. Huh. That makes me wonder, though. 5 years later, after visiting Kashima's grave, Manabe falls prey to Kashima's vengeance. Though here's the thing. Hyros, since he's dead, are we going to encounter his spirit? I guess this is an extreme case of what goes around comes around. I mean, it was karma, but this is a severe punishment. This is... that is an excruciating way for anyone to die. The lifeless figure on the bed is not a doll, but a human being who had lived over 20 years ago, and was alive over 20 seconds ago. She had a future ahead of her. She also had a family and friends that loved her. Did she? Did she? Okay, you're being a dick. But despite the horrible and abrupt ending, this isn't something you can simply label as a tragic situation. This was also karma. She did something evil, and well, something evil came back to her. But still, I feel like disproportionate retribution is kind of a thing. It's like having a fucking helicopter, military helicopter, with fucking missiles and a minigun, you know, enforcing speed limits on the freeway. It's excessive. I know you must be shocked, Yashiki. We're in deep trouble if someone sees us. Let's tell Mr. Kanoe immediately. That's not why I was shocked, but that's also true. Huh? Are you done with the questioning already? Mr. Kanoe, I need you to stay calm and listening. Manabe is... I tell him what happened in room 303. What did you say? There's been another victim after Horikoshi. I'll go check the room myself first, and call my brother. I mean, the director, after that. So, is she better now? Do we have to, like, fly in a couple extra doctors from another hospital to have the staff needed to do the surgeries required to save her? Or return to room 303 with Mr. Kanoe. There appears to be no blood anywhere, and she's just gone. The curtain is no longer stained red. Yeah, there's no way Mr. Kanoe would ever believe me had he not also witnessed both supernatural things and murders and people then disappearing immediately with no way in which it could have been done. Manabe's grotesque corpse is also nowhere to be in sight. Where's the corpse? She should be here, lying on the bed. On the bed, but there's only a small box here. A small box, you said. There is indeed a small box near the pillow. The small box is deceptively heavy. Stylish lettering reads, Tsubame scissors, which leads me to believe there are scissors inside. These must be scissors Manabe bought for Kashima. Obtain Tsubame scissors. So, Manabe's corpse has disappeared just like Azumi and Horikoshi's. Oh, for goodness sake, what strings am I going to pull to cover this up? Can I leave this matter to you? Sure, I'll find a way to do something about it. This sounds wrong, but I'm glad the corpse is gone. I can just say the patient ran away. True, though honestly I would say the reason you probably are more happy about it would be the same reason I would be happy in your shoes, is because if she was still there, then you would have to see it, and that would be very unnerving. Then again, it would prove our innocence, because if they come around and look at it, like, one, you're not going to find our fingerprints all over the body that would be required to do this, but even then, the way the scissors are there, they'd be like, oh, you murdered her, and I'm like, but how, though? It'd be like if someone came up to me and, like, they accused me, like, ah, you're under arrest, Lunar. You stole the Eiffel Tower. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying I wouldn't do that, but how? How would I do that? I don't think I have science fiction technology. This isn't an Austin Powers movie. While the hospital will be held accountable for this, we'll manage somehow. I've got a lot of friends in high places. Honestly, this guy's acting pretty immoral, but it's not like I have any right to criticize him. Mr. Konoe is just doing some distasteful things in order to try and help us save lives. Honestly, is it immoral? I don't think he's done a single immoral thing since I've met him. Yes, he's possibly had to bribe a cop here and there, and he's possibly had to, pull some legal strings. But honestly, especially given the current circumstances, I don't think he's done a single thing immoral. And besides, I know it's bad to say, but even if a person's of a slightly less than moral character, as long as that person isn't harming me or doing anything that hurts my feelings or inconveniences my life, I'm really not going to have a problem with them. Especially if they actually benefit me in some way. Granted, that is a bit of an immoral statement, but at the same time, I'm like, it's like, yeah, that guy's doing evil things or doing criminal things, but I'm like, if that person's actually benefiting me, or they're my friend, or I don't know, I'm running out of... But you guys get the point. I mean, one, even if he was actually doing something immoral, I mean, if he's doing it to help me, or if he's... But even then, it's not even an issue he's, like, doing something to help me. He's literally doing, like, what you do in this situation. And he's doing it to help save lives. But I don't think I would really say what he's been doing is distasteful or immoral. So I would say so far, even given the implications on certain things, even if all of those are as bad as I could possibly expect, I don't think this man has done anything immoral or morally wrong. By this point, I'm basically saying if I'm a supervillain, if I'm a superhero, the villain really just has to be polite to me and be nice to me. And I probably won't give a shit. As long as they're not doing anything egregiously bad that I have to have some issue to where I have a problem with it. But even then, I'd be the kind of person I'd try to talk to people first. I don't know. There are noises in the background. And not just music. Thanks, I owe you one. If you don't mind, I'd much rather receive a report of this case being closed than your thanks. Make no mistake, I'm not risking my neck for you. What I do to protect my school and my students. If you're done with your business here, then make yourself scarce. Things can only take a turn for the worse if anyone sees you here. The characters Erika Kamio and Miyu Shinji and Megumi Manabe then added the character file. At Mr. Kanoe's urging, we make a hasty exit from the K hospital. I failed to protect another one. We both failed again. I know that's gotta be tearing you up inside. Kick off. I failed to save Manabe and lost my lead in the process. All I've got left is disappointment. That's called life. I didn't expect Kashima to show up at Manabe's place and tell her to visit her grave. Kashima sure likes doing things the roundabout way, huh? No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, granted, ghosts can travel a bit. Obviously, she came here. But here's the thing. If she could... Like, she could follow her to the hospital, but that's because she had already marked her. But the thing is, she had never actually visited. I mean, her seeing her might have been a psychological thing, not a supernatural thing. Or it could have been the departed pretending to be Kashima, telling her to go visit, because like actual Kashima couldn't, go and find her by himself. But the departed pretended to be Kashima, and then guilt/scared, shamed, whatever, Manabe to go to the grave, in which she met actual Kashima, who could then mark her and follow her and kill her from there. Who knows? Maybe she can only attack people who have visited her grave. The only reason Manabe survived at this point was probably because she never went to her grave. Well, you should be safe then, because you never went to her grave. Though Sho did. Guess humans and spirits are both bound by their own strict rules, huh? Why now, though? 5 years have passed since the incident. Perhaps it's because of the departed. Like, maybe Kashima's been gaining power ever since the departed started to show up at school. Also, it could be like the same way, like, departed is funneling. It's like putting power into the other spirits to then eat them. It's like a chef adding seasoning and cooking a meal. It's like you want to eat the chicken, you just don't want to eat it raw or without salt. Sometimes the presence of a certain spirit will cause other spirits to behave in a more proactive way. I'm sure there's some sort of electrical analogy where you have like multiple electrical units, or basically it's a power relay or something. There's other ways to talk about that too. Could make a Demon Core reference. I don't know. They deal with similar things on previous cases, like Mary. So what should we do now? Well, we don't have a lot to work with, so we should go back to the school and reorganize for our next investigation. Works for me. Let's do that. Shall we take the bus back to the school? Time is no longer of the essence. Hi, Abe. When do you sleep? So we meet again, huh, Mr. Yashiki? It must be fate. Are you following me or what? Who can say? Even a mere illusionist wouldn't let anything slip that would reveal their secrets. Your inquiry is pure stupidity. Can you at least tell me your name then?
Where?
Oh my, have I not introduced myself? How rude of me. The name is Haruaki Abe. Okay, so I didn't know that name. My given name references the great exorcist who founded Sushi Mikado. I'm sure you'll agree that it is a suitable name for one who possesses my talents. Unfortunately, my name uses different kanji. Okay, that name sounds familiar. The one who borrowed the yearbook. So you're the one who borrowed the graduation album. Oh, so you're aware. It seems my furtiveness has been weighed and found it wanting. So you've also been digging into the spirit in the gymnasium. Mind telling me what you're trying to accomplish? Why, I have the same motivations as you, Mr. Yashiki. I wish to unravel the mystery behind the spirits lurking in the Konohara Academy, including the true identity of the department. Don't play with fire, it's dangerous. It is I who wishes to convey the gravity of the situation to you, Mr. Yashiki. You should give up, before slit-mouthed Kashima kills you. Me, killed by Kashima. My left eye perceives it quite vividly, the jet black thread anchored to your back. You have been marked by Kashima. She has branded you as her next target. Do you feel like running now? Not at all, this is my job. Oh really, to be expected from the one bestowed with the moniker of Spirit Doctor. May you survive this devilish night. Abe throws us a mysterious sign before he leaves. Am I really her next target? If he's telling the truth, then. Haruki Abe has been added to the character file. K Hospital bus stop. This bus stop is bound for our academy. Ride it. Ride bus. Some time has passed since the bus left K Hospital. Daimon and I are the only passengers. We'll pass S Cemetery soon. Manabe got off at this bus stop this evening. The only reason she came here was that Kashima kept urging her to visit her grave, and in the end, 5 years later, Manabe was murdered, like Kamio and Shinji. I visited her grave as well, as did Sho. Her next target is you. The possibility was always there. Abe pointing it out to me merely reinforced it. Investigating spirits naturally involves bringing yourselves closer to them. The more you approach, the more likely it is that you'll catch their attention. Learning that one has targeted me is nothing unusual.
次は S レーン S レーンでございます。
I see something. Over there. On the other side of the window, a bus going the opposite direction stops. A tall woman stands near the bus. Is she perhaps... Don't tell me we're getting off the bus. Technically, you've already murdered all the kill people responsible. You should be... happy now? The bus drives past S Cemetery. She's already got her vengeance. Did you hear that? Yeah, I don't like this radio station. Can we change it? Yeah.
次は M 村商店 M 村商店でございます。
The bus is approaching the M-Town Shop bus stop. Again, I spot her standing near the bus stop. The bus continues past the in-town bus stop. Cough, is she following us? What should we do? She can run really fast. Well, Abe's right. Kashima is targeting me. I need to improvise a plan before the bus arrives at the school. Don't get off the bus. We're just going to ride this bus to America. Get off bus and fight her. While I'm already mentally prepared for that, do you think you have a chance of defeating her, Yashiki? I've gathered quite a bit of information about Senmakashi, including the origin of the grudge. However, I can't help but feel there's something missing. While I'm not reluctant to die at this point, dude, see a therapist. Or get a better doctor. I understand your health sucks. You've endured, even not counting the spirit stuff, you've been through shit. But I'm worried about you, man. Let's at least not die a meaningless death. Let's tread carefully. What should we do then? Shall we go back to the school first? I feel like we won't get a second chance to fight. So I'd like to improve that chance. We should devise a strategy at our base. Fine, let's go with that.
次はこの江原学園この江原学園でございます。
Come on, Daimon. Wait, I don't have that kind of stamina. We jump out the bus, hit the ground running. Is the infirmary safe? The sound of footsteps along with metallic scraping are following close behind us. No. Just a little bit further. School gate is just ahead. Okay. So, where's Kashima? Heave, cough, cough, heave, cough. She's not following us anymore. Did she give up? I really hope so. She's a vengeful spirit that's been haunting this place for 5 years. Ms. Kelvin. We might have bought some time, but she's persistent. She's coming after us sooner or later. Well, one, maybe it takes some energy to get in her building. Also, she probably like sensed the departed and was like, "What the fuck is that?" Till then, I have to think of a way to appease her resentment and save her soul. What should we do? Only my beloved teacher can save my soul. Be my teacher at the place full of our memories. My hair looks odd under this light. What was that voice? The gentle whisper of a girl, definitely not the departed's voice. Well, either it was the sane, kind-hearted part of Kashima's soul, or it's the red dress rose lady trying to help me. What's wrong, Yashiki? You look intoxicated. Ignoring Daimon, I tried to decipher what the voice said. Only my beloved teacher can save my soul. Be my teacher and come to the place full of our memories. Come on, Daimon. Damn it, think. What does she mean by that? What does she want me to do? Who is my beloved teacher? Sosuke. Kashima clearly considered Hirose to be her beloved teacher. That's who would have had to save her soul. Scream, I'm a teacher! Really? Pretend to be Hirose. Sakamo told me that I was similar to Hirose in a way. That means I have the ability to get her attention by pretending to be Hirose. And once I have her attention, I should be able to deliver a message her soul will hear. The old building's art room. That's it. That must be what the voice meant. For Kashima and Hirose, the old building's art room was a place full of memories. I need to go there and pretend to be Hirose. I got it. I know a way to remove Kashima's resentment and purify her. Come again? I tell Daimon my idea. I'm claiming that it's my idea because mentioning of the gentle whisper I heard would just confuse matters. I see. That reminds me, didn't you pretend to be a teacher on our first case together? Trying to remember that. Yeah, I guess it must be fate. Now I actually am a teacher. Now that we've got a plan, our destination is the art room in the old building. But first, we need to prepare ourselves. Who knows what we'll end up facing? Okay, so just don't go to the art room just yet. It's now got to that point where Lunar is now going to bore everybody by trying to find that last tooth because completionist issues. It's locked, door won't open. Okay. Infirmary. Stop in. We'll do a save. Talk to people. Be careful, Yoshi. I don't want to see you die. Appreciate it. Faculty room. Check gymnasium and library plenty of times. New building. Oh, it actually does let me go through the door? Wow. I'm surprised it's letting me do that.
よし。
Just to be clear, this would be the dumbest thing I probably could do. I'm trying to find one missing item. Warning, off limits.
Yoし。 これは。
Thought I saw something down here. Well, this is... Oh my guys, it departed. What do they want now? Ah, technically Sho hasn't seen the departed yet. My dear husband. Kashima's resentment killed Gold Prize. My dear husband. Kashima's resentment. Her next target is you. She is coming. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. Her next target is you. She is coming. Should you survive, you become my real husband. I can hear Kashima's footsteps coming from the new building. With the departed in front of us and Kashima approaching behind, this is the worst situation imaginable. Let your bride eat the soul. The soul of Kashima, who has been completely saved. Let your bride eat the soul. Should her soul taste awful, I shall eat the scapegoats instead. And that scapegoat is... delinquent. Delinquent, don't tell me. This is bad, the footsteps are coming closer. Let's run to the old building, Yashiki. What the next scapegoat is... we have to go quick. Daimon grabs my arm violently and drags me straight to the old building. Didn't he go home? Kashima's footsteps can still be heard from a distance. Yeah, I have to hurry yet I can't think straight. Tomorrow's next scapegoat is Delinquent. Delinquent has to be Sho. Should we fail to fully redeem Kashima's soul, Sho will be killed. Hey Daimon? Is now the best time? Let's focus on running. He's right. I can't save Sho if I don't deal with the pressing issue at hand. There's no way to save Slipmouth Kashima's soul if she catches us before I can play teacher. Alright, let's head to the art room. Okay. Did you notice, Yashiki? I can no longer hear Kashima's footsteps. There's no way she simply gave up. If anything, I should expect that she'll be here shortly. We better hurry and get ready before she's here, Daimon. Right, about that. Speaking of getting ready, how are you planning to impersonate Hyros? About that. Confrontation with Kashima has been added to the spirit file. Confrontation with Kashima. Kashima. The 3 people connected to Kashima were all killed. Worse still, Kashima is persistently after us, thinking we are threats to those 3. We need to calm her rage, so we need to prove we're not their friends. We will need more info on Kashima's background, specifically anything to do with scissors. If I pretend to be Hyros, how can I be the Hyros that Kashima desires? I need to come up with a plan to be a convincing Hyros and put her soul at rest. Perhaps her treasured sisters also play an important role here. Are those scissors the ones Manabe tried to return to her? Of course, no, Hyros felt the happiest when he was drawing something to her, and Kashima felt the happiest when she was watching him draw. Shall I recreate those happy memories then? I can hear what sounds like Kashima's footsteps, approaching from outside. Do you hear that, Yashiki? Yeah, Kashima's coming for us. The sound of the footsteps stops just outside the school building. The art room is on the 2nd floor, though. I doubt she'll climb the wall. Well, now the window's broken. But this is concerning. You, Kamami, Shinji, Manabe, and friends. Well, that hurts. A familiar sense of painful discomfort wells up with my arm. What's wrong, Yashiki? What's wrong with your arm? Kill, kill, kill. Kashima obviously considers us enemies. Ow! The scissors burst out of my arm again, I'll no longer be able to pretend I'm Hyros. What will we do now, Yashiki? Suspensive act. Kashima has lumped us in with Manabe and the others. If we can show her that we're not friends with them, she'll stop being hostile toward us. So our first priority should be doing something to prove we're different from them. Maybe we can empathize with Kashima and make her think that we're with her. Okay. Sketchpad? But here's the thing, the sketchpad was done by Hyros. So even if she believed I was Hyros, I'd be like, hey, look at what I did. I'm going to praise myself. It's show sketch, but the fact that it has 0 cost actually concerns me. Show scissors, present scissors. Okay, I think the sacred items are helping with that, so. $77. Slightly less. Okay, we'll try this. We'll show the sketch. Look at the flowers I drew. We open the sketchbook and show Kashima the unfinished drawing. 13% chance of failure. We shouldn't fail. Yay, we succeeded. For friends? Sharp pain runs through our arms. That didn't work at all. She's still hostile toward it. But she said friends, though. I thought it worked. We'll need a different plan. Looks like this isn't the right choice. Well, damn it. I thought it was. From here, her legs actually do look like scissors. I think they're meant to be. Present scissors.
Yoshi.
I hold the hairdressing scissors out to Kashima. Should still be an easy success. Yes. Oh, right. You're not saying friends that I'm your friend. You're like, oh, you are their friend. Okay. Well. Okay, not right choice. Was it because I worked with Daimon? I'll show you the sketch.
Yoshi.
Okay, yay. Oh, fuck. This is... Praise, sketchpad.
Yoshi. Yoruka.
Opening the sketchbook, we look at the unfinished drawing and try to come up with nice things. Praise. Success. Well, what a wonderful work of art. Those composition details are explicit. Don't you agree, Daimon? True. I was about to say the same thing. Damn it! We just look at a bunch of art things. Nothing to do with switch hostility. Damn it. Show scissors? Alright, the cutting hair. Show scissors. I hold up the hairdressing scissors so that damn it! Well, this is going badly. I'm gonna cut your hair, man. Gently grabbing the back of Daimon's hair, I cut the tips with the hairdressing scissors. Success. Yay. Sorry, Ashiki, but do you mind thinning out the hair around my nape a bit? Sure. Daimon, thinking quickly, goes along with my act. Hair? My dream. Kashima really wanted to be a hairdresser. From the looks of it, we jogged her memory a bit. Looks like this is the right choice. At that moment, Kashima approached us. While her hostility toward us has ebbed a bit, it doesn't mean we're in the clear. I also need to be correct with all my rest of my choices. Who are you? Mr. Hirose? Question mark. Are you Mr. Hirose? Is my arm bleeding? My arm is bleeding. I haven't even made another choice, and I'm going to die! Is she going to kill me if I'm not her teacher? Come on, gotta pull myself together. Maybe this is all a hallucination. Just like the encounter at the cemetery. The pain has subsided for now. Though there's no guarantee I'll be able to survive much more of this. Yeah, our health bar is kinda low! What are you gonna do, Yashiki? Are you going to respond to her? Oh, I guess I'll try improvising. Kashima thinks I'm Hirose. It's a misunderstanding, but it's the only thing I have to work with right now. I don't think we can survive this. The sketchbook might be the key to respond to Kashima's feelings. Like maybe I can help her finish this flower drawing. Yashiki. I'm pretty sure blue would be the appropriate color to use. Fuck. I think this would be blue. Yay, I can just read this book. Softly drawn. Okay, so while I think blue would be the most appropriate color to probably use for flowers, this is a softer thing, so I was hoping to actually read what color the flowers were, but brown. Oh my god. There's no way I get this right. Okay. I'm supposed to do it in a certain order, right? Because he drew the hydrogena first. Well, no, she wants reciprocated love. The way he did it was to try to say, hey, no, I support you and I care about you as a person, but I don't want to date you. That's not what the angry, vengeful ghost wants to hear. So I would say brown for the softer stuff. And bellflowers. So I would say brown, bellflower. This has to be right or I'm dead. Opening the sketchbook to the unfinished bellflower drawing. Pick up the light brown pencil and I draw a line. Success, yay, and it would have been kind of anticlimactic if I didn't get to see whether it was the correct choice. I just died from a failure rate. I add a line on the faint unfinished sketchbook. Hyros must have loved this pencil. So long as I can finish the sketch, Kashima wish for with this pencil. Take a look at the sketch, Kashima. This is my message for you. Bellflowers. Eternal love. Love. I missed you, Mr. Hyros. Looks like this is the right choice. Kashima's totally buying my Hyros act. She moves closer to me. Kashima's mask comes off, revealing countless scissors inside her mouth. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyros. And you can see that she's crying. She's super sad. I lost the scissors you gave me. Kashima cries, distraught over losing the scissors she got from Hyros. She's been looking for those scissors for so long. If we find the lost scissors, we should be able to save her soul. What should we do, Yoshiki? She's looking for the scissors she got from him. We don't know where those important scissors are. Well, I don't think it's possible for me to survive this. The scissors that Hyros gave Kashima were supposedly burned alongside her corpse during her cremation. If that's the case, the scissors Kashima is searching for are... the scissors in her mouth? Luxurious scissors. I was hoping for more details that would help me know whether I would need a dirty pair of scissors or a dark pair of scissors. Well, whatever I do, it has to be correct. And has to succeed. And here's the thing. Even if I just have Daimon make the choices, yes, I'll have a lower chance of success, but at every failed, like, I won't have to spend, HP to use the item myself, but I'll still take damage when we fail, and it'll be a pretty hefty price. So... question is it 74, 83? There's a good chance that it's not possible, that maybe I have to inspect the scissors first to find out some detail, and then based on that detail, I can then pick the correct scissors out of her mouth. Okay. Remove and return black scissors. 64. 68. This has to work. Remove and return black scissors. Let's do it.
やってみるか。よし、やるか。
This doesn't work, we're dead. Throwing caution to the wind, we try to pull the scorched scissors from Kashima's mouth. 68%. We should succeed, but this is still risky. And yes! Yay! We survived basic human interaction. Yashiki, I grabbed the scissors. Nice, let's pull together now. Once we yank the scorched scissors out of Kashima's mouth, we immediately offer them to her. These are the scissors you gave me. Kashima stares at the scorched scissors. She seems happy. Looks like this is the right choice. A pair of scissors, charred black. The ones that were cremated together with her corpse. They became part of her even after she became a spirit. Not realizing that, she continued to search fruitlessly for her treasure. Thank you, Mr. Hirose. Now, of course, there's one more thing I need to do, because that was just the bare minimum for us to survive. But in order to get the full salvation thing, we have to, and to save Sho's life, though it is kind of a shame that, you know, after saving her, either way, especially if we get the full salvation thing, you know, Kashima is still going to get eaten. Slitmouth Kashima presence has disappeared. Cuff, we managed to get through it. Yeah. My thoughts turn to the girl who was consumed by the throes of her sad, unrequited love. Until the very end, Hirose only ever saw Kashima as his student. On the other hand, Kashima longed for Hirose's love more than life itself. Hence, I pretended to be Hirose and showed her a vision of the love she wished for. We should be good with this, right? A feeble whisper echoes and dissipates into the darkness. It's a question for the departed, who is watching somewhere. The air is getting colder, don't tell me. Okay, so there's still some unfinished business. And while it does seem like the game does want to hold my hand to tell me what it is I need to do, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad I don't have to struggle to figure out what it is. Honestly, this... And granted, at least it's also forgiving about the... Granted, at least I saved recently, but it doesn't even force me to do that. Like, I can start back from the boss fight. Like it's a Final Fantasy game. Main point is I'm just saying, at the end of the day, at least the designers of the game are making sure the game is enjoyable and not anything that's going to become tedious. Like Dark Rose Valkyrie had an amazing story. It's a JRPG. Had an incredible story. Great art, great music, everything. But the only thing that was terrible about it was the combat. It was an RPG, and the combat was so tedious and horrible. If they just took out all the combat mechanics and just had it entirely as a visual novel, would have been a game of the year. But the combat was horrible and unbearable. Hey. Slitmouth Kashima flashed before my eyes as if mocking my expectations. It reminds me of Hanako's incident. If this is also the Departed's doing, perhaps Kashima's soul isn't completely saved yet. Last time was I, idle. This time it's delinquent. Sho is the scapegoat. So, here's where I get my hint that lets me know what it is I need to do in order to actually get the good ending. What's with that weird look on your face, Yashiki? As heavy and unpleasant as it is, I have to share this important information with him. I tell Daimon that the Departed told me. Cough, excuse me? Nagashima's the scapegoat? Daimon is frozen with fear. There's no reason to panic yet. If we manage to completely save Kashima's soul, Sho's life will be spared. You're right, Kashiwagi's still alive. What should we do to completely save her soul, though? I don't know. I'm still not sure about that. Still not so sure about that. Oh, Yashiki. What are you planning to do with the scissors in your hand? These? It's the pair of scorched black scissors I pulled out of Kashima's mouth. I can't bring myself to just throw away a treasured item filled with her feelings. I'll hang on to them for now. Who knows? We may need them for her full salvation. Got it. I'll put my faith in your intuition. I mean, your supernatural sense. Obtain scorched scissors. Kashima's ending has been added to the spirit file. Kashima was infatuated with Hyros. While he only thought of her as a precious student, his gift for her was a platonic act of support for her dream. But it was misunderstood, leading to her loving him more and inciting jealousy from Manabe and her friends. I wonder if Kashima's feelings would have been reciprocated in the future if Manabe and her friends didn't interfere. Instead, her love led to her becoming a vengeful spirit. I hope these scissors can save her soul, but I got a bad feeling once Kashima appeared again after our battle, like with Hanako. The characters Rei Kashima and Sosuke Rose have been added to the character file. Okay. Huh. I am literally on the verge of death. If I find the other two thing, I will die. But I can't go to the infirmary or else it skips me, you know. What should I do? How are we supposed to save Nagashima? I don't know. One corner of the wall is dead and cracked. Black mold is going through the cracks. There's a black canvas on the easel. Hyros probably used to draw here 5 years ago. A roller cabinet. And here's the thing. Part of me would think maybe I'm supposed to go back to the cemetery and put the scissors at the fucking grave.
これはここよし
But at the same time, is the departed going to be patient enough for me to take a bus ride?
よし
Well, so far there's nothing I can interact with. This place isn't tied to the case. We probably won't find any clues to help us save the spirit's soul. At least also, like, I appreciate the fact that we can't go this far, or that, say, the student council place was unavailable during that time, because having a myriad of too many things to choose from would make everything so much more difficult. Okay, so obviously we go straight to the infirmary, show will die. I assume I need to go to the bus stop. I assume I need to go to the grave. And return the scissors to the grave. Just a little on edge because my health bar is so low. On the way to the cemetery, we stubbed our toe and we died.
次は S レーン S レーンでございます。
これは
I can see the scrape marks on the ground.
ふん
Arrange. Don't hurt me. If I die to this... Like that attitude, but we shouldn't forget to show respect for the dead. Okay, that's where the last tooth was. Hopefully we didn't die to this. Something small falls to the ground along with some ruined bits of stuff. Yeah, I just assumed that I needed to get flowers or some sort of tool, and I was like, what, do I miss use scissors? Okay, hopefully I don't die. Okay. Oh, I got stuff for Ritsu. Yay, am I dead? Okay, I didn't take damage, thank you. A number of small boxes of hairdresser scissors are lined up on the grave. Now I know why these are here. They were intended to cheer Kashima up because she aspired to be a hairdresser. However, none of them ever made her feel better because the scissors she asked for aren't here. I pull out the scorched black scissors and place them in front of her grave. Lost scorched scissors. Then I put my hands together and pray that Kashima will rest in peace. Daimon does the same thing next to me. Is it over now? Yeah. Whenever I visit a grave, I feel kind of lonely, as if the autumn breeze is blowing through my heart. Same, man. Cold but refreshing at the same time. It's a bit weird. I know. I totally understand. Suddenly, the bell starts to ring loudly. This also happened when we were investigating Hanako's case. Could it be? Is this the full salvation the departed wants? Okay. Return to infirmary. We may now use our instant transfer. What the fuck happened here? What was that? Our investigation has come to an end for the night. While we managed to survive, we also failed to prevent another casualty. Moe is the only one in the infirmary. I don't see Sho anywhere. Where did he go? Let's try asking Moe. Trade. What do you need? Yes. Talk. Hey, you're back. Glad to see you're safe. Huh? Where's Sho? That's what I was going to ask you. Did he go outside for some fresh air or something? What? No. Didn't you call him, Mr. Daimon? Why can the ghosts use phones? You told him to go to the old building because you guys were in a pinch. Crap. Hang on, I never called him. Huh? What's going on here? Who called Sho then? The departed. My body immediately goes cold. Immediately after we saved a soul, a mark bearer went missing once again. The same thing happened with I, which means this must be the departed's doing. At least now we know, don't trust your phones! They pretended to be Daimon and lured Sho out. This is bad, cough cough. Let's go look for Sho, Daimon. How about me? How about me? You should stay here, Watanabe. No matter what happens, don't leave this room until we return. And don't believe anything anyone says over the phone, understood? Yes, so at least we've established that, the ghosts can pretend to be people and they can use technology. Yeah. Be careful, you two. Make a save, we'll make a new save. At least I'm pretty sure we're getting the good endings on this stuff. Which, thank you, game. I appreciate it. I don't mind this. I want to do a good job. I want to succeed and get the good endings. I would like to save everyone possible. Hey, old man. Hello? Sho comes running from the courtyard. Thank God you're safe, Sho. That should be my line, you know. I rushed over because I heard you guys were in deep shit, but I didn't see you anywhere. Sho, Diamond wasn't the one who called you. I think that was the Departed. Seriously? For what? Yeah, the Departed can use phones. Thank God I healed! Hello. Hey, Sho! You had to meet somebody. The Departed? Eek. That thing is... My dear husband. Tell me. Do you love me? That must be directed at me. How should I answer them? I want to look up a guide. I really want to... Okay, I want to look up the guide. Let me know in the comments. Do you care? I'm not going to spoil myself. I just want to know. What am I supposed to answer? I want to know. What is the correct... what is the correct choice in this situation? Even though it's probably not anywhere on the internet yet, because it's just come out. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I don't see an answer to the question anywhere. Because, the game's relatively new, and the only way I would possibly find an answer is watching videos or stuff for other people that would take hours and hours. Fuck. I will stay silent. Remain silent, not knowing how to respond. Mean. Did we just die? Penetrating scream reverberates through my mind. My sight goes right. Is this the Departed's curse? Lots of coughing. Diamond starts coughing incessantly. My heart's pounding like a drum. This is bad if this keeps up. This fucking chump ass is playing with us. Sho grimaces. He's trying to bury his fear with rage. He clenches his fist tightly. Sho, stay cool. Don't let them provoke you. You're the Departed's target. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna beat him to death. Sho rushes toward the Departed. And the instant he throws his punch, Sho, and he's dead. Okay, so that kills a friend. What do you mean saving? Better not have saved over my save. the time. Okay, that's a little further back, so yes. Okay. Exit. Corridor. Okay, so we have to tell the departed that we love her, or else Sho will die. Yes. Frightened, I slowly nod my head. Liar. Okay, I was just trying to keep Sho alive. That's an option? That's convenient feature we opt during. You opt to give up during a suspensive act. Yeah, sure. That's. Well, the process of elimination and the ability to warp time. No. Frightened, I slowly shake my head. So cruel. Penetrating scream reverberates to... Okay, so... Did Sho actually survive it no matter what? As long as I returned the scissors? Like, Sho probably would have already been dead, had I failed. The fact that you're willing to punch the damn ghost, though, that's something, man. Even if you didn't have a crippling fear of ghosts. And instantly he throws his punch. Sho? Well, I'm hoping he's not dead. Because I've done all I can. My body feels lighter. What on earth just happened? Yashiki. Diamond calls to me in a hoarse voice, still coughing up a storm. The departed and Nagashima are in the old building. Hurry, chase after them. Are you... Even if he needs my help, if I prioritize him and Sho gets hurt because of it, he would never let either of us live that down. I turn my back on Diamond and rush to the old building. I can hear the sound of someone collapsing behind me, but I have no time to look back. Probably in the old art room. I hear a scream from upstairs. Sho. Okay, he should be fine. Where am I? Where am I going? Scream rings out through the building again, filled with anguish. Comes from the hallway. God, I hope I make it in time. You better be alive, bud. I think I did what I needed to save you. I hope you're just screaming from... I hope Sho is just screaming in fear from watching Kashima being eaten. Because I thought I did everything I needed to save I can't find the departed anywhere. All I hear is the wet sound of someone chewing. No way. Okay, it shouldn't be. Is the departed munching on a spirit again, like they were last time? Yes. The saved kashima was delicious. I will save my next meal for another night, since I am now full. The saved kashima was delicious. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and be loved. So where... Oh, it's probably from that fucking room. Hello? Okay, let's just run all the way down the hallway. Nope, okay. And once I enter the classroom, I see Sho collapsed on the ground. Okay, cool, you're saved. Hang in there, Sho. Rawr, old man. Can you get up? Yeah. My bad, didn't mean to cause you trouble. Sho mumbled a dispirited apology. His normally fierce spirit has been crushed. What in the world happened to you? Don't know. My mind went blank the moment I tried to attack the departed. And just like that, I was here. What was that scream just now, then? I saw something unbelievably disgusting. The departed ripped Kashima apart with a sickle and started munching on her. Alright, where's that fucker at now? They're gone. Uh-oh. God, I don't want to think about it yet. Is spirit eating another spirit? The departed ate another spirit, just like they ate Hanako or Toyo. She must have screamed and fainted. Sho must have screamed and fainted at the unfathomable sight. I'm glad he's safe and sound, though. We returned Kashima's scissors to her grave earlier. I guess that must have been the full salvation the departed wanted. Oh yeah. Is old man Daimon safe? Leaving the old building, I find Daimon laying on the ground. He doesn't verbally respond when I call his name. He only lets out a small groan. His breathing's so shallow it's like his life is hanging on by a thread. Sho, call an ambulance. Okay. Sho takes out his phone and calls emergency services. Daimon is transferred to K Hospital. He should be treated well there, given that Mr. Konoe's younger brother is the director. Sho, Moe, and I board the ambulance together with him. During the ride, I fill Moe in and let her know what happened with Kashima. The ambulance finally arrives at K Hospital. Although he's received treatment, Daimon has yet to regain consciousness. Following a simple examination, he was diagnosed with pneumonia. Looks like. Layman's term, he's inhaled too much mold, and it's infected his lungs. Common symptoms of the disease are fever, hemoptysis, and coughing. It's unclear if he will ever regain consciousness. It's also unknown why Sho and I are fine, even though we probably inhaled more than he did. My mind keeps circling back to the one thing that could explain this unscientific situation. Is this because of the departed's curse? I think so too. Say, do you think maybe it's a bad idea to get involved in this case? There's no point thinking about it now. No point dwelling on it now. We're involved in this after all. Mr. Yashiki? Goddamn, if only I didn't fuck up. Sho, Moe, back away from this case. Come again? I'll hunt down the departed by myself. But what are you talking about? You should pull out of this too. Why do you have to fight them alone? It's too late for me. I've already been marked by them. Hell, I've even been proposed to. As you already know, spirits are vengeful. No matter how far you run away, they'll still find a way to kill you. No matter what happened to Manabe. You know what happened to Manabe. The only hope of surviving the situation now is to see this all the way through to the end. Old man, but you guys are different. The Departed won't target you if you just steer clear of Konohara Academy, so please, I beg you, let this case go. Sho and Moe want to help me out despite knowing the danger. I doubt that my explanation is enough to dissuade them, but I still have to draw the line here. I don't want more people to fall victim to the Departed. From here on, I will go after the Departed by myself. If the Departed's curse is what put Daimon in that coma, he may snap out if the Departed disappears. And I imagine if I had checked on Daimon first, and then went after Sho, then Sho would probably be in a coma. But here's the thing. What if in this situation that if Sho had already been eaten, then more likely what would happen is Daimon would be in a coma no matter what. And I wouldn't have had any options. I wonder what kind of future awaits me. I've reached the point of no return. Chapter 3. Slit-mouthed Kashima. End. Now saving. Save your progress. Yeah, we'll make a save here. History of Konohara Academy. 1927, Konohara Academy is founded in M-Town, H-City, by the millionaire Genzu Konoe. 1928, the construction of this. Remember, $1 million was a lot more back then. We've had gradual inflation through all the years, and of course that stuff just skyrocketed recently. The construction of the school building, the old building, is completed. 1937, the clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. 1938, Konohara's first headmaster, Genzo Konoe, passes away. 1945, during the Great City HR raid, a firebomb is dropped on the school. Both the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. 1955, the school's address changed due to the town's merger. 1958, the Konohara Academy Student Council was launched. 1987, the construction of the new building and the special building are completed, and the old building is renovated. 1990, the clock tower stops working due to age. 1940, the old building is officially shuttered. 70 years of history. So what year is it now for us? I mean, the internet exists, so obviously it's at least the 2000s. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to the Departed's identity? Chapter 4.
4章死人の気配
I close the Konohara Academy brochure once I finish reading it. Then I take a sip of the coffee I brewed. It's been 3 days since the end of Slit-mouthed Kashima's case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the interim, I've borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the Departed's identity. The investigation is not going so well. I feel like I'm treading water in the middle of an ocean, and I can't see the shore. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing, larger and larger. Time to get going. Mr. Konoe called me in today. I'd better head to the school. I'm feeling much better today than I was last time, so I decide to take my car. After cresting the steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. Mr. Konoe's already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decide to go to the infirmary. But just then, someone asks me to fill in for an absent teacher. I'm still not used to standing in front of a class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching Teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask a question? Sure. Female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to lesson, though. What is it? I heard you're investigating the departed. Does the departed really exist? I don't know the correct choice. I just know everyone will be pissed at me if I say they do. They certainly exist. My answer causes a stir among the students. Mr. Kone and Sakamoto would probably give me a massive glares if they knew. But I saw little point in lying to the kids. I just hope this will make everyone behave more cautiously. Maybe it will actually decrease the number of victims. Though it could also make the departed more powerful if it functions like a Daimerge. You know, a spiritual being that gets more power the more people actually believe in them. The chime signaling the end of the class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk toward the infirmary. School is over. Time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made this decision earlier, they'd all still be alive. Well, so far they are. I'm always one step behind. Mr. Kone should be back by now. I better go to the faculty room. There's no one in there. The notification light on my phone is blinking. Looks like I've got a voicemail. I press the button to play the audio. Hello, it's me, Kashiwagi. How are things going with your investigation, Mr. Yashiki? I'm in Osaka right now for work. I'd like to come back and help as soon as I'm done, but sadly I'm shooting a music video, and then we have a concert after that. I'll be gone for at least a week. Sorry I can't be of much help. That reminds me, is Sho doing a good job? I asked him to help out in my absence. He's got good stamina, so I'm sure he's doing a much better job than me. I really wanted to be there to help you finish this thing. Such a shame, really. But give me a call if you ever need my help. I'll come flying to you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's the end of the voicemail. So in the infirmary. We'll go and call that a video. Save. Go to system. Quit game. Yes.
終わりにするか。
Okay, well, I hope everyone had a good time. And at least says over there on the left corner, Volume 3, Spirit Hunter. Later. Yeah, I know, LBS is still running. I need to click stop on the... Okay, later, guys.